Hi everybody, welcome back to the All Things Good channel and to another video. It's Polly here, lovely to see you. Thank you for joining me. Well, that's it. October is out the way, Halloween is done. We are into November. I can't believe it. But here we are, and now we can really start talking about Christmas. I've done lots this week, been to some lovely shops, bought a few bits and pieces, been to the charity shop as well, had some nice deliveries, and well, let's just get into this week's video. Hope you enjoy it. Well, I was super excited to find these off Amazon this week. These self-curling heated hair tongs. I've never seen anything quite like these before, and I was desperate to give them a go. I'm not very good at curling my own hair, so it's normally only my hairdresser that does it if I go for an appointment for a cut or a colour. But I saw these off Amazon. I thought, well, I'll give them a go. They're really easy to use, and they have 4 different heat settings on them, so you can't really burn your hair, and also a little button beeps at you after a few seconds and it automatically stops, so you can't burn your hair, and also it stops your hair from getting entangled around the appliance. I was really impressed with them, and they also come in a very nice box, which I thought would be super for somebody for a Christmas present. I'll link the description and the price below for you. So today I have done a little top-up shop in Morrison's. As I took Mum to Morrison's to do her shopping, I picked up a few little bits and pieces that I needed. Wasn't much, but what I like to do throughout the month of November is I really cut back on the spending on my groceries and unnecessary items. I try and stop buying all unnecessary items. So even if I really fancy something online, or I fancy something in a shop that I'm not expecting to go into, and I find something cute and I want to buy it, I don't do it in November unless I'm buying it as a gift for someone for Christmas, or unless I'm buying something essential. So if I'm buying something essential and I need it, that's fine. So I try to rein it all in a little bit in November. And what I also do in terms of budgeting throughout the year, I have a separate bank account that is just my Christmas account. So aside from any other bank accounts I've got and my current account that I use daily, I do put money in every month, all year round, into this extra savings account that's just for Christmas. And when I looked at it this morning, there's just over £400 in there, and that's going to be more than enough for my Christmas here. I only have to give Adam and Grace some money. I buy a small gift for my brother-in-law Michael, and I buy some bits and pieces for Mum. And on top of that, it's just food. So I've got more than enough money in that little pot for Christmas this year. Even so, I am going to keep November as tight as I possibly can. Having said that, if there was any emergencies or something happened to the car, God forbid, or something happens in the house, that money is also there for those kind of things that may or may not happen throughout November and December. But while I was in Morrison's this morning, I've made some substitutions for a couple of branded items that I tend to always buy, and I bought Morrison's own. So first of all, cereal. Now, a lot of shops you can buy cheaper versions of branded cereal. You can in Aldi, you can in Lidl, you can in most supermarkets. They've got their own versions of very similar things. And sometimes I do buy those, but I do like branded Weetabix for some reason. So I tend to buy Weetabix every couple of weeks, and I only buy the very small 12-pack. But when I went into Morrison's today, that was over £3. And I thought, okay, so then I looked at Morrison's own, and they are called Wheat Biscuits. They seem exactly the same as Weetabix to me. I can't see inside the packet. They may be a little bit smaller in size. I don't know. I haven't actually had these ones before, so I'll have to let you know. But I got 24 of them for £1.85. So that's a huge difference to 12 over £3. So that was my first switch today. My second switch was also another cereal, granola, because in the morning I like to have a couple of Weetabix with a sprinkle of granola on the top, a chopped banana, a bit of honey and a bit of cinnamon. And that's my general go-to-work breakfast. 1 kilogram, I got Morrison's own Simply Granola with a hint of honey. So it's described exactly the same as the one I buy from Jordan's. And that was £1.25. So I was super impressed with that. The next non-branded item I got was some bath foam, and this is called Morrison's Relax Lavender and Water Lily Extract Bath Soak, vegan. Not that I was going to eat it anyway. But it's 500ml. It's in a very, very similar shaped bottle to Radox. And that was 85p. No, it wasn't. It was 90, let me just check, 90 something p. 95p, beg your pardon. That was 95p. Loads cheaper than Radox. I'm sure you can get bath bubbles probably in Poundland and B&M, Home Bargains, for about £1, something like that. But I didn't go there today. So this is Morrison's own, and as I say, a lot cheaper than Radox. I also picked up a non-branded sausage casserole cooking sauce, and that was 89p. So that's going to be really useful for me and Grace one night. We will do a sausage casserole. I'm really liking vegetarian sausages at the moment. Lots of onions, and I put some peppers in there and a bit of parsley and mashed potato and peas, something like that. So that's going to be a meal for us one night. And this is something that I always buy every week. Hasn't been in stock for a couple of weeks though, but I really like Morrison's cherries and berries squash that you dilute with water. It's double concentrated, but no added sugar. No fat, no sugar, no salt. It's not bad for you at all, really. And that, I wonder whether that's gone up in price actually. I always just pick this up automatically because I always buy it. Oh, it's £1.29. That might have gone up a little bit. I'm not 100% sure, but you get, how much is in here? 1.5 litres. So that'll last me, oh, I don't know, probably 3 weeks maybe. I take a big bottle of this to work, but it's much cheaper than something like Robinson's and things like that. So those are my little alternate swaps today. And let's put it all away and get cracking with making a bit of dinner. It's not going to be the sausage casserole tonight though. I think we're just going to have fish and chips and peas. As you know, it's not like me to miss an opportunity to go to the charity shop, so off we went again today to the St Giles Hospice charity shop in Sutton Coldfield. I do love to support St Giles Hospice because actually that is where my sister passed away in 2013, and actually this week would have been my sister Sarah's 56th birthday. Oh, bless her. Once October is out of the way, I like to pack away all the autumnal and Halloweeny type of decor that's been around my house. So it leaves me kind of a blank canvas, if you like, so I can start thinking about Christmas decorations and what colour themes I'm going to have. So I'm just going to sort all of this out, pack it up nicely in a big box, seal it all up and put it in the garage until next year. So on Thursday this week, I took a trip into my local town, Lichfield, and went first of all to one of my favourite shops, Smart Ideas, and they've got some really gorgeous, cute Christmas decorations and bits and pieces for the house. And the shop smelled gorgeous of all the Christmas scents, all the Yankee candles and the woodwick candles. Oh, I'm in my element. I also love this homeware shop in Lichfield. It's an independent shop. It's absolutely beautiful. It's got some gorgeous items. I didn't purchase anything today. It is quite pricey, but they are beautiful things, and they did have a few very cute little Christmas things as well. And on Saturday I went into Sutton Coldfield to have a look at the M&S food hall. It was lovely to see some of the Christmas bits and pieces starting to appear. They've got some lovely Christmas foods and some really lovely bits and pieces that you could actually buy as Christmas gifts. Lovely. Then I had a look at the Habitat range in Sainsbury's in Sutton Coldfield, and they've got equally some lovely bits and pieces as well. Right, so I've got a couple of purchases to show you that I've made today. I have been into the St Giles charity shop, as you know. The first thing I got were these. They're huge, very, very heavy, very, very large, beautifully made storage baskets. They are immaculate. In fact, they look new, but there's no label on to say where they're originally from. They're absolutely gorgeous. You could use them anywhere in the house. You could have them in the hallway for spare shoes, or you could put anything in, books, or you could use them for storage in any room. They're absolutely gorgeous, really well made, very, very heavy. And they cost me £6.50 each. Absolute bargain. 2 of those I got. And whilst I was in there, I also got this, a nice little white vase. Super pretty, very simple, with the original label on from Marks and Spencer's. And strangely enough, I'd been into Marks and Spencer's just before I went into the charity shop, as you saw, and I got these, some beautiful Christmas dried flowers. £8 they were in Marks and Spencer's, and they're gorgeous, and you can smell the eucalyptus in there, which is super. And then to go into the charity shop and find this, fantastic. These can go in here, absolutely brilliant. And this off Amazon, a little set, a little stainless steel chocolate shaker, so you can put sprinkled chocolate on the top of your hot chocolate, on top of your whipped cream. And it also comes with all these stencils, so you can actually make a little design of chocolate on top of your hot chocolate. Now, interestingly, it's come with an array of stencils, but some are plastic and some are stainless steel. And we've got stainless steel ones. We've got a reindeer, I've just dropped one, sorry, a snowflake. Plastic ones, we've got present and a bauble and a candy cane. Oh, and some stars, some holly and berries, snowflake, snowman. What have I dropped on the floor? And a Christmas tree. Oh, so that's super cute. I'll link the description for those down below, because I don't know where my other chocolate shaker's gone to, but that was just a little extra off Amazon this week. So yeah, a couple of nice little purchases today. So I'm feeling so much better this week. Thank goodness all my ailments seem to have gone, and so it's back to the gym. I just managed to cram in about 45 minutes today. I did 20 minutes on the bike, and then I just did some small weights and a few sit-ups and a bit of this and that, just to get me back into the swing of things. So I just wanted to show you this little purchase that Mom made for me today while we were in Smart Ideas. And she's bought me a new little wax burner. Isn't that cute? It's red, obviously, so very Christmassy, and it comes with a tea light and a wax melt, and this one is called Snow in Love. I don't know what it smells like because I didn't smell the wax melt in the shop because I didn't know she bought this till we got home. So I'm so looking forward to that going out. Do I put it out now? Or do I wait a couple more weeks? This is the question. And I've got something else to show you as well. So young Myla has taken an interest in the sofa in terms of scratching. Now, I'd already got my sofa corners covered over because I was aware that this might happen when we brought Myla into the house in July, but it's something that she hasn't looked at until recently. However, she's such a clever little madam that what she's actually doing is she's actually getting underneath the covers of the corners and trying to scratch the sofa itself. So I've made a purchase today off Amazon. Let me show you. So this is what I found. It's cat anti-scratch tape. And you can get them in various sizes. I've gone for this large size that I'm hoping is going to fit around the corners of the sofa. And they're just like transparent stickers that you put on the corners, and it prevents and stops those pesky little kiddies from scratching the corners of the sofa. So I'm going to give it a go. too bad at all. It doesn't feel quite as secure as perhaps I thought it might, but it does come with these little tiny screws actually, with a little plastic lid, like a little spiral screw pin really, that if you put somewhere discreet, perhaps, and I wouldn't want to put holes in my sofa, but you just insert them and twist and they secure the plastic into place. I suppose if you were securing it right underneath where you can't see, that would be fine. So it's not too bad, but now I'm just wondering whether, I'm going to do the other side, but I'm just wondering whether the whole of the side, perhaps on this side, needs to be covered. Because, or I could leave it like this and still put the throws over the sides as well. So I think this is going to work. I will link the description and the price below for you. The reviews are very, very good. So let's just see what happens. I decided the throws would go back on as well, so now we should be doubly protected. So here we are having our moment on the bed. And this week I've bought a new book off Amazon actually, that I've had on pre-order for quite some time, but it came this week because it's now come out and I'm really enjoying it so far. It's Matthew Perry's memoir, Friends, Lovers and the Big Terrible Thing. Well, as you know, Matthew Perry played Chandler in the American sitcom Friends back in the 1990s, and clearly been through a lot in his life with a drug and alcohol addiction. So I've started it. It's a really good read so far. It's not a particularly easy read because obviously the subject matter is a bit tough, I suppose, but it's very, very interesting. I'll link the description for that off Amazon below because it's actually come down in price since I pre-ordered it. So a little bit cheaper on Amazon at the moment. So that's my evening reading at the moment. And well, it doesn't seem like 2 minutes ago since we were having moment on the bed last week, does it? The weeks just seem to be flying by. And here we are, it's November. And this is quite a big month for me, actually. There's a couple of things in November. Mentioned earlier on that this week would have been my sister's birthday. So she would have been 56, and which seems, even that seems far too young, because in February she would have actually have been gone 10 years. She died in February 2013, so she was only just 46 when she passed away. So that's this week. And I was going to go to the crematorium, put some flowers down, but actually we are having a service said at a church from the area that she was from at the start of December, and it's going to be sort of a service for her birthday and for Christmas, and we'll include my dad in that as well. So I'm going to go to the crematorium that weekend when I go to that area to the church. So that's this week. And then I've got a party to go to on the 26th of November. That's for my sister's husband, our lovely Michael. He's having a birthday party, special birthday party on the 26th of November. So I need to find an outfit for that actually. So that might have to be part of next week's shopping. We'll see. And then, well, just before that, the 21st of November, of course, will be my anniversary of when my relationship ended last year, and I call it D-Day. also known as Discard Day. And if you're here because you have been on other channels with me and you have followed my little journey about that, then you'll understand what Discard Day means. But that's on the 21st of this month, so that's equally surprising to know that that is almost a year ago. And I've come a long way, a very long way in a year, but it has taken pretty much to this point, to be at this point. So, which I'm very content about and almost indifferent to the situation now. So that's good. So November's a bit of an all-rounder really. So interesting month. And of course, in the midst of all of that, there's the preparations for Christmas and the preparations for Vlogmas, don't forget, because there's going to be a lot to do for Vlogmas. So the decorations might have to come out of the garage in, let's say, two to 3 weeks time, because we're going to need to have a good sort through and pick colours and themes and ideas and go through everything that I've got, because I won't need everything that I've got in the garage. There's lots of decorations. And I purchased a few bits and pieces a few weeks ago in Home Bargains when Grace and I went to Home Bargains. So there's some new bits and pieces to introduce. I want to have a look through what candles I've got left over from last year, because I'm sure there's a few Yankee candles. I bought the really big ones, the Christmas scents, and I don't think they all got used up. So there's probably some candles that can be reused and used up before I buy any more. So that's all good. And yeah, so this week is going to be much more of the same. Going to do some shopping. I have got a few more ideas for Christmas gifts as well. And now that I'm back into going to the gym, I'm hoping to do that 3 times this week as well. And all in all, things are good. So thank you so much for joining me again this week. And if you do like the videos, please like and subscribe and share. And I look forward to seeing you again next Sunday with more shopping and more, well, we say shenanigans, don't we? More shenanigans next week, whatever that might be. And I'm going to read a bit of my book now before I go to bed. So have a great week. Thank you for joining me. Stay safe, stay in that boat, and enjoy everything you do. And I look forward to seeing you next Sunday. But until then, take care. Bye. Like